For those of you who've had enough of our wonderful faces over the last couple of days and are desperate for the return of Andy to the vlog, don't worry, we're fetching him soon. But before we do that, Anna's dragged me out into our locale because she wants to buy a box or something. Do we get any more information than that at the moment? Your guess is as good as mine. For those of you wondering, they're the boxes she wants. The Coke, Diet Coke, Dr Pepper ones, but we went in there and had a look and they're £25 each. So we've made a note of the person who we think makes them. We're going to email them and see if we can do some kind of deal for us to buy more than one of them. We just want them to be around the house for us to store bits in because they're pretty cool. If anyone knows where we can get stuff like that cheaper than £25, of course, by all means let us know down in the comments. But while we're in there, we also discovered, and I didn't want to film in there because it was eerily silent, but we also discovered in there that they had like an old comic book area. So I could have spent loads of money in there, but I've just bought myself the one thing for a £5, The Death of Superman, and I've never read it, so I get to read that now, which is marvellous. But there's loads and loads of stuff in there that I could have a nose through. So Anna led me away because we need to get on the road and head towards Boston to pick Andy up. But now I know there's a place in Deeping that sell comic books. They're old comic books, but yay! So many people have tweeted me over the last few days with their pictures of their foot-long sausage rolls. Thanks for the support, by the way. We're running a little bit early to pick Andy up.
Really early.
And we've got like 25 minutes to kill, and we just drove past the Morrisons that I didn't try before. It would be silly not to try. So, presumably I'm about to get thrown out of Morrisons again. Epic disappointment once again. I swear they don't exist. One of you has got hold of a picture of one that you've knocked up on Photoshop and you're just copying it into your little pictures and tweeting them out and mess with old Kev. They don't exist. I don't appreciate the trolling. Okay, I might have said some things that I didn't mean. I found it. There's only one though, so Anna's got to go hungry. See, the one problem with this is that I'd promised myself secretly that the moment I found one and ate one, then the diet would start again. So I am a little bit hesitant, especially because it's not warm, and I feel like I'll be forever missing out on something if the only one I ever eat, which if the diet's starting again, it'll be the only one I ever eat. So the only one I ever eat is going to be cold, but you know what? It's bigger than my head, and that balances it out nicely. Do you want a bit? Do you want first bite? Cheers! I'm incredibly ashamed of myself. I could only manage half of the sausage roll. In my defence, it was cold, and I wasn't psyched up and expecting it. But yeah, that was all a bit of a letdown in the end. It was alright. Andy's here. Say hello, Andy.
Hello.
There you go. When we came to this car park on Friday to scope out this part of Boston and work out how you get to the stump from here, we thought we were doing a very important service to Andy, but he already knows the way. He's just walking around and telling us where to go. He's clearly been here before. Presumably the respite people bring him here. Either that or that enormous church of a landmark is tipping him off about what direction he needs to go in. But we certainly didn't need to do our recon mission. Got a little task for you lot to complete today. What I need you to do is find out if there's a world record for the most disinterested person in religion in the world who also spends the most time in churches or around churches. It probably has a catchier name than that, but we were here like 3 days ago. I feel like I'm in church grounds like 5 days a week, and I'm just not interested in this church business. So I want a world record for it. I feel like I'm earning it. So let me know down in the comments if such a record exists, and I'm going to go and try and find them.
You filming it?
Breaking water height news. It's still low. What are we doing?
To the 3 o'clock, the bells.
Got to wait until the bell's at 3 o'clock apparently, okay. Which is going to be about 15 minutes.
Be 15 minutes.
There you go. You're still injured.
I am.
Aren't you? Is this a walking around insomnia injury or a falling over at the range injury?
Because I hurt this knee my bad foot, which has got all the surgery, has been taking most of the weight, and now that really hurts. So they're both combined.
I see. And how is your knee?
Andy.
How's your knees?
It hurt.
They hurt.
Really?
Did you have a good time at Haven?
Yeah.
Yeah?
What did you do?
To listen to the bells, to the stump.
Did
You came to the stump. When did you come to the stump? Yesterday?
For 3 o'clock. Oh, 3
That's
o'clock.
today, isn't it?
The 1, 2,
Yep.
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock, good boy.
Good job they write down what he gets up to, or we'd just never find out.
Oh, listen. Can you hear the bells? It's 3 o'clock. You're right.
I know.
You're right. It's inside now.
Apologies if I wasn't able to use much of that footage of the bells ringing and him getting excited, but the classier element of Boston decided to cycle past effing and jeffing just as the bells went, so presumably I've had to edit a lot of that out.
Happy? What's that fun? What's that fun?
The best thing about discovering this new car park the other day is that we can now walk past a Costa on the way back to the car, which means I can have a proper coffee to drink on the way home rather than a dirty can of cheap knockoff Red Bull to keep me awake on the drive. I think I need to get more sleep, so I don't always want to fall asleep whenever I'm in a car, but we'll worry about that another day. The other big advantage of this car park, at least for him, is that we get to go in a lift, whereas in the other one we didn't get to go in a lift. I mean, it's a dirty, smelly lift, but it's a lift.
Here we go. Here we are, second floor. There we are, out. We are going to
Select your floor. Door closing.
Why did we go to that one?
Here we go.
Because it says 2 downstairs.
Here we are, first floor. Here we are, 1.
Doors opening.
Can we get out now?
Please
Yes.
select your
Burn
floor.
it.
And then we close the door.
He's letting the lift close.
There he goes. That's it.
Right, I think we're going to call it there on today's vlog, because once I get home it becomes one long job of trying to sort out the computer situation that anyone who follows the main channel or follows me on Twitter will be well aware of, in that I don't really have a working one at the moment, so I need to go home and fix that. That's not going to make for entertaining vlogging, so we'll end it there. If you have enjoyed that, please make sure you pop a like on there for us, subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more, and thank you very much for watching.